User Scruffy Goblin writes, "New website. I have no artistic talent. Please critique aggressively. Any and all feedback would be super helpful. Thank you." Let's do it, Scruffy Goblin. This is their site. It is called To Tulum, and it's a women's fashion slash beachwear site. And real quick before I get into the design by numbers principles, the images on this site, a lot of them are bitmapped. In particular, this hero image here, you can just see the quality is very low. So I would go back and just take a pass at all the images on the site, make sure they are up to snuff. First thing I want to talk about is color. There is no overarching color scheme on this site. We have this pink little message bar, which doesn't have a close button, by the way. This more green turquoise color, black, gray. There's nothing really tying them together. And it's just sort of loose, fast and loose. It doesn't make any sense. Oh no, you guys saw the bikini I was trying to buy. How embarrassing. Again, here this is blue. Nothing really connects. I would try to find a color scheme that is simple, maybe 2, possibly 3 colors, and just sprinkle it throughout on all your call to action buttons, on every button site-wide. Even this feedback button here is red. You would make whatever color you choose that one color. For example, Anthropology has this sort of off-white color in the background of everything. They also have this blue on a lot of the CTAs. So every link that's universal here is in this blue. On Trunk Club, they feature yellow heavily, which is kind of nice. It's on CTAs, it's on this little circular pencil mark here. They even use it in some of the editorial images, which is kind of nice. And it just makes the whole experience cohesive. Everywhere you see yellow, you feel like it's the same site. J.Crew does a thing where there's no color at all. Everything's black. So when you do see color, it still feels cohesive. So color, that's item 1. Item 2 is proximity. Specifically, all of these links that say shop tops, shop accessories, they're very distant from the image above them. In fact, when I was first surfing the site, I thought these were distinct links from the images above them. And when you're using proximity, you just need to make sure that the images and the text below them have a similar distance and not very much distance at all. In particular, this beaches image, look how much space is here. It just doesn't, there's no relationship between these two versus all these other ones we looked at. Look how close Shop Pants is to this image. These two, it's very clear that bestseller is related to this image. So item 2, proximity, I would fix that. Not too big of a deal to fix. Item 3 is a little trickier. It's hierarchy. And my issue with this site in terms of hierarchy is a lot of these modules are the same size. When they're the same size, I kind of give equal weight to all of them, which is a bad thing. Hierarchy up here is interesting too. You have so much space for this hero image, but there's no CTA for it. It doesn't make sense. You would expect a CTA here for something you're giving this much attention to. Same thing for the rest of the site. You need more CTAs on each of these links. If you look at all the e-commerce examples I showed earlier, they all will have that. Speaking of CTAs, real quick, your email field looks like a button. It should look more like a email capture field. So some examples of hierarchy on other sites. Zara does a great job. this hero image here, it's very clear it's related to this spring summer collection. And then down here, the hierarchy, it's very clear that this is trending for women, trending images for men, kids, all of these items. It's very clear this section is a distinct thing from this section, which is the campaign. Everlane does a good job of this. Nice hierarchy. The thing they're trying to promote the most, this coat, gives it they give it tons of space, which is great. One other item on hierarchy, and this kind of dips into style a little bit. So first thing, I'll discuss style real quick. These images all feel disparate and not related. And when I'm looking at the page, it feels like each image I look at feels distinct and they don't really feel related. And that's a problem for a product shopping page. These should all be tops. It should be very clear these are things I can purchase. But when they're all done in a unique style, it's confusing to the user. So as opposed to Abercrombie and Fitch, all of the images on the site, it's very clear that they're all things I can purchase. Even when it's zoomed in, like here versus zoomed out, like it's the same color backdrop, so I know all of these are things I can buy. There's no editorial photos here. And again, so that would creep into style a little bit too. Just keeping the style of the photos consistent would help a lot. And that's about it. I hope that was helpful. Thanks, guys.